What's happening? Welcome back. So, you know I haven't made a YouTube video in a while because I left my mic off in the first clip and it was about 6 minutes long, was it? I don't know. And Chloe's like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do that again. But anyway, where have I been since the last video? So, let me just run it back. So I was taking a devolume period for about 3 weeks, so obviously not much exciting happening during that time frame, so it was like, you know, no point going into the gym recording devolume sessions. Then off the back of that, there was probably 3 weeks where I just did not have the motivation to pick up the camera, because let's face it, not much really happens back home in Ireland, so I didn't really have the kind of the desire to just pick up the camera and film myself, so I didn't. But we are currently on board the ferry now at the moment, so we are travelling over to Maidenhead for Chloe's first bikini competition. So she's more excited than she looks, I hope. But that is going to be on Sunday, 2 bros. So she's doing 3 classes there: novice, beginners, and first timers. So yeah, she's going to be on stage 3 times. I don't think the bikini girls get on stage till like 7 in the evening time, so it's going to be a long day. You know, there's rumours they'll be getting off stage at like 12 AM. So, you know, I'll be at home in bed, asleep anyway at that stage.
I say so.
I don't know where Chloe's going to be, but no, I'm only joking. So yeah, we're going over to that, really looking forward to that as well. Just for myself to actually go to a bodybuilding show, because I've never actually been to a bodybuilding show myself, only my own one that I compete at, and there was no crowd there, so you know, it wasn't the same. So it'll be interesting for me to see the caliber athletes I'm going to be up against next year myself, when I aim for a 2 bros show, so that should be good. While we're over there as well, we have a couple of things planned. So on the Monday after Chloe's show, we're going to go to King's Gym in Mitcham, a place I've always wanted to train, and then we are going to go to Ultraflex Rotherham, because we miss the place so much. So we're going to go up to Sheffield for 2 days after that, and then home. So hopefully I will get a nice bit of footage. I will be doing a bit of vlogging, and I'll just try and get as much interesting content as I can over the next week or so. So yeah, just on board the ferry now, drinking our coffees, double shot. Chloe got a double shot, even though there's like 4 shots in these ones already. But anyway, we need it, because we've a 3.5 hour ferry over, and then a 5 hour drive from Maidenhead, from Holyhead to Maidenhead. So that should be fun. A few stops along the way now to eat our meals. We have our prep meals ready with us. Peak week for Chloe.
Yes.
So she's getting the carbs into her now today. She's only buzzing.
Thank God.
She'll be looking massive, so she will. So yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. So meal number 1 on the ferry, and we have potatoes, mince, green beans, and of course barbecue sauce. So because we're travelling and I have my meals prepped with me, having to have my, you know, midday / evening meals in the morning. So my first 3 meals are going to be like minced potato, chicken and pasta, but it is what it is. I have to get it in anyway. Made the stupid mistake of leaving my laptop in my car, so I'm waiting to see if they're going to let me down to get that, because I planned on doing some work for the 3 hours that I'm going to be on this ferry. And Chloe has her laptop here now. She's currently doing a bit of work, so I feel very, very left out. But I'm gonna smash these potatoes and mince now, and then hopefully they will leave me down. All right, pit stop, or should I say pit stop number 1. We're about an hour into this journey. It's supposed to be 5 hours. It's like 5.5 hours with traffic, so just stopped off to get monsters. Woo! That sound. Probably gonna stop again to eat in another while. It's going to be a long old road trip, so it is, but look, it is what it is.
Only 4.5 hours left.
Like 4.5 hours left. Lovely.
Yeah, I know.
You're great company.
I know.
Oh fuck, oh, putting that in. Oh, it's actually fucking freezing. Put my jumper on. I need to wipe this shit out of my eye.
Getting the off-season bod out.
Yeah, right, so better get back at it, because long drive ahead now. So we're going to have to stop as well in Tesco, pick up a few bits when we get there, just to prep a few more meals and that. So yeah, all good. This is actually the same garage that we stopped in the last time we were over here, funnily enough. So all the nostalgia kicking in. Alright, Chloe?
Yeah, we'll be back again soon.
So pit stop number 3 here. Just pulled in the side of the road, a lovely little place, little bench here and all. I'm eating my chicken pasta. Chloe has her lovely gluten-free panini with beef burger. So we're about an hour away now at this stage. Got stuck in a little bit of traffic on the way down. which was a bit of a balls, but I made up for a good bit of time after we got out of that traffic. So nearly there, last stint. Also, on a side note, Diet Coke, twisted strawberry. I think I found the nicest 0 calorie drink there is. What do you reckon, Flo?
10 out of 10. My mouth is full.
10 out of 10? 10 out of 10. So we finally got into the apartment and there's like 3 lock boxes outside. It was like the fucking Da Vinci Code trying to get in here, wasn't it, Chloe? There was like a load of different boxes with a load of different codes and like keys on chains to like open doors and all this ridiculous sort of shit. But anyway, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the apartment now because it's actually banging. So this is the little room myself and Chloe have. The ensuite, nice. Then in here there's another bathroom. Let's turn the light on. Nice one, very nice. This is the second bedroom in here, also quite nice. And the best part about it has to be, Chloe, of course, a kitchen. So a nice table, really nice cooker and stuff. It's the appliances that get me, you know, and actually a big fridge. So just doing some unpacking here. And look how fucking tidy that looks. Doesn't that just make your OCD just, it's so nice. Alright, it's the next day. Had a banging sleep last night, to be fair. It was good now after all the travelling. It was like 12 hours travelling, I'd say. So just in the apartment now. Myself and Moose.
What's happening, YouTube?
What's happening, YouTube?
What's happening, YouTube?
Myself and Moose are getting a few check-ins done here, a bit of work, while the girls are just gone out gallivanting there, looking for coffees or something. So we have to find a good gym in the area. So I wrote into my group chat to try and find one, and we haven't gotten the best of responses. So I'm looking them up online. They don't look great, but we'll find one. Needs must, we'll find one. So you're trying to push. He's trying to push and I'm trying to pull.
Maybe
so
a little bit of hamstrings as well.
A little bit of hamstrings as well.
They need
So
it.
just throwing a little bit of hamstrings for him. But yeah, hopefully we can find a decent gym and I might get some footage. But you know, if not, then I won't. I'll probably be getting good footage anyway. Hopefully in Kings and in Ultraflex. So I'm not too pushed about getting footage here. Predominantly the most footage I'll be getting hopefully will be at the show. So Chloe has her registration today at 3:30 or 4:30, I think. And tan this evening, then base coat for tan this evening. So that's just going to be the little bits that we have to do today. But today is pretty much a chill day before the show tomorrow, and she's going to be on stage very late tomorrow. We'll be going to see the men's show in the morning, see all the big boys we're going to be up against next year. So that should be interesting. But I don't know if they're going to let me have this camera inside in the venue. Knowing the two bros, they probably fucking won't, to be honest. I'd probably have to pay to bring the camera in or something. But I'll get footage on my phone anyway. I'll just bring this in, even though anytime I say I'm going to get footage on my phone, I never do. But I will. But yeah, all good. Going to bang these check-ins out now. Still only 10 to 10, so hopefully get them done now fairly soon and we can head to the gym then after that. Catch ya there.
I'll just look
Very good.
right.
Very good. Yep. I'm just going to get tighter enough now. Brilliant.
So show day morning, and as you'll have seen from the last clip, Chloe did a bit of posing there, so she's looking good this morning, aren't you, Chloe? Oh Jesus, here we go. So she's looking good this morning now, and she still has another little bit of water, I'd say, just to come off, just to dry out. But she is feeding the caffeine into her, feeding the vitamins into her, so she will, I'd sure, piss that out by 7 o'clock. But it is now 8 o'clock, I think. So 8 a.m. Yeah. So myself and Moose are going to go and watch the men's show. So men's bodybuilding is on at 9 o'clock, and men's classic physique is on at 10 or 11. I think it's on straight on after the men's bodybuilding anyway. So we'll give those a watch, see our competition, what we're going to be up against when we compete next year, and then probably come back here for a few hours before Chloe goes on stage, because that's not going to be until 7 o'clock for bikini, and she's on stage 3 times, so it would be a late one. So I'm going to go to the men's now, come back, eat, do all that good stuff, and then go back to the venue then again. It's only like 5 minutes down the road from us, so it is ideal. But have all my meals with me as always, and my Hydromax and stuff, so probably have to get up like a million times to piss in the venue, but that is okay. I haven't actually got a ticket because I couldn't transfer the money to Two Bros for some reason. Their website is ancient and it was like bank transfer to buy tickets, so they told me I'd be able to pay at the door, so that's why I want to get there early just to make sure I can get in. But I think hopefully my Cuba t-shirt will get me in the door. They won't want to offend them or anything. Golden ticket. So yeah, I will catch you at the venue. Going to try and bring this camera and try and get clips, but I reckon they won't have a camera at the venue, so if not, it's going to be iPhone footage. But iPhone 12, so it's not too potato quality footage. It's all good. It's all right. So yeah, Moosey is getting Moosey's getting his vitamins in there now. Whoa! Say hello to the camera. Give us a smile.
I need the hair and makeup did before we take any more videos.
314, 315 switch. 331, 316 switch. Side chest. Back to the bicep. Laps back. Side tricep. Abdominal guard. Most muscular. Relax. Last rep.
Put in there, get your pose. That's it. Suck it in, let's go. Stay tight.
Abdominal inside.
Put in there, let's get that back in. Shut it off.
Everyone needs a friend like this.
Yes.
Come on, Nick.
Good, Nick.
Most muscular.
Put in there, let's hit those legs. Nice and big, let's go.
Judges. Most muscular pause. Thank you guys. You should skip and leave the stage.
Without further ado, the winner of the Grafism Grand Prix NPC Worldwide 2 Bros Pro Men's Bodybuilding Open goes to number 337, Josh Law.
No, that's it.
And if we can present the sword.
We were at the men's show there, just back home now, so I wasn't actually allowed the proper camera in here, so just took footage on my iPhone, so hopefully the quality is okay, but you get a fair idea of what the standard was like in the show. It was absolutely crazy. The guy I had actually called before the show to win the overall, he just narrowly missed out on his class in the super heavies, and your man who bet him moved on to win the overall, so it was Greg Taylor and Josh Law actually won. So insane standard. I think, you know, for the men's bodybuilding first timers class and the beginners class, you know, they weren't that great in my opinion, but you know, the novice class was pretty competitive, pretty good, so they will probably be the 3 classes I'll be competing in next year. I have done a show before, but I haven't done a 2 bros show, so technically I can do first timers and the 2 bros, beginners and novice, so that is what I'm going to go for. So it gives me a nice gauge of what my competition is like. Obviously I want to be at the level of the novice class and the novice bodybuilders, so that's what I'm going to aim to do, and if I need to take another year off, then I'm going to do that. But you know, nice for me to actually see it in person, see them on stage under the lights with the tan up close, so you know, much better than just looking at someone on Instagram with a filtered, sharpened kind of physique up there, stuff like that. So pretty good. Just back to the apartment, like I said, now food is in the microwave, and Chloe has just got her makeup and her tan base or top coat. No, she's top coat tan left to get, but she's got her makeup done. She's dried out a little bit, so I'm going to take a look at her now.
It's very tiring. It actually is. You'd be fucking late from it.
Lovely. How you feeling?
Grand.
Let's go, Chloe!
Yes, Chloe!
Yes, Chloe!
And back pose.
Yes, Chloe!
Yes!
Front pose.
Yes, Chloe! Long, Chloe! Fourth and second to Lord!
Back pose. And front pose.
Come on, Chloe!
Let's go! Fourth and seven!
Thank you, ladies. Now leave the stage.
Yes, Chloe.
Well, back to the judges.
How's the hair?
Gorgeous. Right, so
Right, so.
I just realised this is like strangely like the casting couch. You know the casting couch? No? Lads.
You'll have to
Yeah.
show me that in a minute.
Yeah. I will, yeah. Lads will know what I'm on about. Anyway, so it is the day after the show. We just said we would let the dust settle from yesterday, pretty much, before I took the camera out and stuck it in Chloe's face. Because I'd say she probably would have, the camera probably would have been broken if I'd done that last night.
Hardly.
So yeah. No placing for Chloe yesterday, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Bikini classes were absolutely ridiculous, to be fair. Like I think we kind of knew that coming into this show, that it would be, the creme de la creme of amateur bodybuilding in the UK. Like even all the men's classes, all the ladies' classes, pretty much. It's probably the best standard of amateur bodybuilders who are going to get there, because the Arnold's is in 4 weeks' time. So a lot of people are just using this show, as a warm up for the Arnold's, and obviously the Arnold's is, a pro qualifying show, so pro cards are for grabs there. So best amateur athletes in the country are doing that. But equally at the same time, there was some serious first timers there. Like even some of the girls getting like second, third in first timers were going on to like win their class. Or do better in like the first timers and the beginners classes than in the open classes, which kind of says a lot. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the whole experience, Chloe?
It was nice to see the standard of girls like in the UK, because obviously in Ireland I feel like we're kind of behind the times when it comes to bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff. Because I know especially in my like little town, I'm probably like the only girl that is into it, and like I didn't know what I was going up against, and the hard truth is I just don't have the size. I wasn't lean enough, so like there's nothing I can do. Long off season needed.
Yeah, it is what it is, and like I think that's the value of just doing your first show for anyone in general, just actually seeing where you land, because if you've never gotten into stage condition before, if you've never gotten lean enough before, like I think oftentimes people just think they have much more muscle than they actually do. I don't really think that was the case for you, Chloe. Like I don't think you thought you had a massive amount of muscle underneath it, but you just realised when you got there how much more muscle all the other girls had. But I think for lads, they probably think they're a lot bigger than they are, and then they shed 15-20 kg body fat when they think they only have about a stone to lose, and they realise they're like
but
a
I think
like a string bean.
You think bikini and they think all these skinny little no muscle girls. I mean,
skinny
oh my
little
God.
girls starving themselves and
they
they're
were
jacked out of
huge.
their mind. Yeah.
I was backstage. My jaw was nearly hitting the ground.
They were pretty crazy now. Some of them were absolutely insane. Especially some of the girls that are like still like under 23 years of age, like juniors that were in Chloe's class. Like there's one girl there and she won 2 of her classes. I think she won the beginners, and she won her open class, and she won the juniors. But like she was just fucking sick. But I think she competed in 2017, and she took 4 years off stage and came back and won her class.
Well deserved as well.
So well deserved. So she took 4 years off. She just needed that time to go away, to grow. Same thing happened to her. First show she came up. She didn't place. Realised what kind of improvements she needed to make, and away she went. I think, like I was saying, that's the value of just doing your first show, is actually just realising like where you do stand, how much work you kind of have to do. And I think luckily for Chloe, she has a really, really good mindset, and I think she is quite mentally resilient. So long term, she'll be absolutely fine. She can go away now. She can make the improvements, and I think she knows herself. She doesn't want to compete again until she feels like she's ready. Even for me, I think I probably mentioned that in one of the last clips. When I seen the standard of like some of the men's like novice bodybuilders there, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to take like an extra year out, because I feel like for me, I'm very realistic with my expectations. Like I kind of know where I landed, and I always wouldn't. At the same time, I have confidence in myself and like my structure, my shape, all those sort of things. Genetics, to a certain extent, they're just above average. But I think it's just time. especially for bodybuilding. Like when I thought I was doing men's physique initially, it was fine, and then I changed to classic, and then I thought, alright, I have a load of size to gain. But now because I'm doing actual like bodybuilding, I'll probably enter like, you know, a novice class, maybe a men's, you know, light heavyweight class or heavyweight class probably, with the size I'm hoping to put on. It's going to need to be
Soon.
It's going to need to be there soon, and by soon I mean like 2 years. So that's another thing, you know, people need to realise if you want to kind of get into this sport, it just take a lot of time. And there's a lot of people, especially these days, just on Instagram, they're just doing shows for the sake of it. Like they're just doing them because everyone else are doing them. You know, they just like they want to do a show because they see fucking Tiddlybops 276 doing a show, and her pictures are fab, and everybody is like, you know, she's got 100 comments on her post being like, oh, you look unreal, girl, and she wants to do one, when like she actually just doesn't lead the life of a bodybuilder, or he, you know. There's a lot of guys who just don't really live the lives of bodybuilders, and you know, they just can't handle the prep, you know, or it's just not what they expected. So yeah, I think you just really have to love it. And your first competition as well will tell you whether you want it or not, you know, so there you go. But yeah, any other thoughts, Chloe, on the whole experience? She has another show in 3 weeks' time, so don't know if we're going to do that yet. I think she should, but
Like last night after the show off, took today off, enjoyed myself probably too much, but we'll see tomorrow back at it, and I'll try my best. And if I don't feel like I'm ready for PCA, I'm not going to do it. You know?
Yeah, but that's it. That's the post-show thoughts. So I think only positives can come out of it.
Definitely.
No negative experiences, really, in my opinion.
I don't feel like I should have placed, and
No?
I feel like that's why I'm not sour. If I felt like
Yeah,
I was robbed,
like there was 1 or 2 calls in the bikini, and there was more than 1 or 2 calls in the men's where I certainly felt like certain competitors got fucking robbed of like first place and stuff like that. So you know, if I was one of those competitors, I'd certainly be annoyed. But you know when you're just not good enough. And like when I did my show, I got the best possible result, like that I thought I deserved and that I could have got. So like I just knew that the 3 guys above me were just way better. Like, so I was just happy with what I done, because again, in my whole prep, and exact same as Chloe, in her whole prep, didn't put her foot out of line, did everything that was asked for, you know, didn't cheat on her diet, you know, done her cardio, done her steps, done all the fucking boring shit that people don't think matters, that does matter, that you need to do, you know, to bring your best package. And you know, that is it, just doing the boring stuff, doing the hard stuff, you know, just not doing the taking pictures in the gym for social media, because you know, that's quite easy to do, and you know, write shitty Instagram captions, but you know, you gotta do the stuff that nobody sees you doing as well, if you want to do well. So yeah, that's just my rant there, and I think that's all I kind of have to say. I'll probably turn the camera off and then realise there was loads more I wanted to say, but I'm probably better off putting it there, because I just keep going on and on all day.
Love talking.
Love talking. At least I'm not talking to myself now, or I'm not talking to you, and I'm talking to the camera, talking to the people who are going to watch this video. But yeah, I'm going to wrap that video up there. Give it a thumbs up for Chloe. If you're new, subscribe. Probably going to be like half a Cove watching this now afterwards. So if you're from Cove, give me a like, give me a subscribe. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video, which is probably going to be some training footage from King's Gym, and some training footage from Ultraflex in Rotherham. So we're actually meant to go to King's Gym today, but checked in with my coach Kuba this morning, who, by the way, had an insane result in the show yesterday. I think he'd 21 competitors at it and 9 first places and 2 overalls, which is sick. All girls, really, who did really well. But anyway, checked in with him this morning. I've only been dieting 3 weeks, and he's happy for me to just push on. But yeah, I know, he's happy with my condition after 3 weeks dieting, so I can't complain. Push on again, you know, back to the bulk, back to eating more food. But I was meant to train legs today in King's Gym in Mitcham, in South London. But called that off because I got like, you know, less than 5 hours sleep last night, so that would have just been a disaster. So I was meant to go to Sheffield tomorrow morning, but I think we're just going to go to King's and straight up to Sheffield. So stay tuned for that. Sign off, Chloe.
See you in the next one.
Woohoo!